Nick,
what's up?
I cannot believe that the city of Lincoln, the state of Nebraska, did not just go crazy yesterday with firecrackers and ringing bells and just doing everything. We got ourselves a priority walk-on fullback, a PWO.
Did we really?
Did you hear who we got?
No.
Trevor Ruth.
I did see that. I didn't know what position he was going to play.
Fullback, Trevor Ruth, 6 foot, 230 pounds from Seward, Nebraska.
Was it UNK?
Was it UNK? 6 foot, 230 pounds, fullback. You know why I'm excited? Do you know why I'm excited?
Because we're getting a fullback.
Oh no, there's more than that.
Why?
There is more than that.
Why are we excited?
Who is Trevor Ruth's uncles? Ooh. Anybody on the text line know Trevor Ruth and why I'm so excited and who his uncles are? Anybody out there? Text in. Honda of Lincoln hotline, text line, 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line. Is somebody going to text in and tell me why I'm so excited? Trevor Ruth, 6 foot, 230 pounds from Seward, Nebraska. Who are his uncles? Who are his uncles?
I don't know, Raff. Tell us.
All right. You betcha. Scott 10 and 2.
Is it Makovica?
Jeff and Joel Makovica.
How about that?
Jeff and Joel Makovica. Way to go, Bryce. Oh, now they're out there.
Isn't AD his uncle?
AD is uncle out there. Yeah. So, yeah. Makovica's baby. We got the bloodline. Bloodline.
That's good.
I'm excited.
Now, don't forget, Les Miles' son was recruited as a fullback one day.
People
forget that Les Miles' son was at Nebraska for a very short time.
Wasn't as excited about that as I was about a 6 foot.
He was a true fullback, though.
Yeah.
He was recruited as a fullback out of high school. He's just, Trevor Ruth is a preferred walk-on, so.
Yeah. But
people forget Les Miles had a kid that went to Nebraska.
Well, I remember that his name was Ben Miles.
That's right.
But I am excited. My heart is full. And then to have Coach Albert's athletic director, Trev Alberts, last night say that the spring game is going to be a football game. Football game?
Does it feel like Trev is saying things that it feels, excuse me, let me think about how I want to word this. To me, it feels like Trev is finally saying things that he knows will happen, that he's wanted to say for a very long time.
I'd say true.
Similar, for example, the spring game. If Scott Frost or the previous staff were to go to him and be like, hey, listen, this is our plan for the spring game, here, do you sign off on it? Are you, just letting you know to what to tell the people what it's going to be like. And he wouldn't have been able to come out and say, and somewhat promise, hey, yeah, it's going to be a game when it's going to be a tackle or a touch football game, right?
Yeah.
It feels like this is now, and Trev Albert spoke on the radio network last night, and there were a lot of interesting comments, but overall, it really feels like in Trev Albert's eyes, right, that Matt Rhule and company are surpassing expectations.
Oh yeah,
in their first couple months,
definitely. Commented about the grind. Had a chance to go and look at or watch the Bussin' with the Boys.
Yeah,
Coach Rhule was on there, and there was some really good quotes that he dropped there. And I understand that you got to live the quotes, but the stuff he was saying made sense to me. Like when he went in with the guys in their first meeting, he's like, I understand that you guys did not choose me as the coach, but I want you guys to know that I chose you.
But there's also
powerful.
There's also consistency, right? And this is something that we lacked with previous staffs, multiple, not just Scott Frost. This is something we've lacked with multiple staffs, is consistency in what their message is, and actually believing that they're doing it, right? They're acting upon it.
Yeah.
For example, if you are to listen to that podcast that he did this last weekend, or that was released yesterday morning, then and hear hey, I understand you guys did not choose me, but I'm choosing you. And then you go back to his introductory press conference, he said the exact same thing. And so before your message can stay consistent over the course of multiple years, it's got to stay consistent over a course of a couple months. And so far it has.
Yep.
So I just think we sit here and go, okay, listen, we wanted a staff that is going to focus and develop the offensive line and potentially the run game. Everything that from what we can say, that signs are pointing to that. Whether it's Trevor Ruth as a walk-on, whether it's Marcus Satterfield talking about the type of offense he wants to run and will run in Nebraska, or it's Matt Rhule and company and Donovan Raiola hitting the transfer portal hard for whatever needs they need up front.
Yep.
It's whether, I mean, like things that they are talking about, what we can say for January 25th, when no games have been played, no spring game has been had, and very little attrition has been put upon this Nebraska program. Everything's matching up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is it going to result in instant success?
Don't know.
I don't think it will, but I don't think the staff expects it to.
And it's funny that you say that. If you listen to his introductory press conference, you got the feeling that, this might be a 2 or 3 year rebuild.
Which it has been. But nobody should be surprised by that idea because that's what his MO is.
That's what it is. But listening to the Bustin' with the Boys interview yesterday, it's more of a reset. Just he actually made it sound like last year was kind of like the rebuild,
which was interesting. And now I think it's important also to then give credit where credit's due.
Exactly. You got to
that previous staff.
We had one of the main cogs of it in here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in his chair right now.
Bill Bush.
Yep.
And everybody in that room, Mickey Joseph included in this.
Oh, totally.
To where, once again, go back to what Mickey Joseph said in press conferences, I'm going to leave this place better than where I found it.
And he did.
And because of those guys, whether it's Bill Bush, whether it's Mickey Joseph, whoever it may be,
Kenny Wilhite
especially, they are playing a bigger role into this being maybe just a reset rather than a tear down and rebuild. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
That we look at it that way, because I'd be in the same camp as you, Raff. I'd be in the same camp, which once again might not result in the type of success that Nebraska fans eventually want, but maybe to where it's a little more acceptable than it has been the last 10 years.
Exactly.
And that's all you can ask for is somewhat of a sustainable foundation and a sturdy foundation, right? Rather than, I don't know, like, it's going to be interesting. Nebraska still has some issues. Wide receiver, for example, like the last 2 years, there's been a transfer guy that's led the team in catches and yards. I would expect that to be the case this year. Yep. Maybe it changes in 2 years down the road, but I don't know. Like, I think quarterback's going to be interesting. There's going to be attrition coming up in the next couple months, but spring game. Going to see the fullback, baby.
And game. And it just dawned on me right now. I forgot who texted in, but when I was saying Uncle Ruth, Babe, not Babe Ruth, we're talking Joel and Jeff Makovica, the Makovicas, uncles. So fullback, it's coming back. I feel it.